We're trying to ensure everyone is awake before we start. My name is Hector Danisa. I'm the CEO of Gibela, and I'd like to greet you all and also say all protocol observed. I'd like to introduce our company to you. As we prepared that video, I'm going to go through a few slides just to explain who we are. First slide is just to explain how we're founded as Gibela, because we're relatively new, started in 2018. We stand with two shareholders, one called Alstom, which is a French multinational in a lot of countries, about 7 countries, 70,000 employees with technologies in rail right across many different solutions. The second partner we have that is a shareholder, main shareholder is a company called Gibela, which is owning 30% of Gibela. This company, as I mentioned, started in 2013. We believe the strength of our shareholders is what makes Gibela quite unique. It was formed by Praza, so my customer is right here behind a bit later, as part of the 51 billion rand award to build trains for South Africa, 600 trains over the next 10 years, and support them as well with maintenance for the next 19. It is still, I think, one of the biggest rail contracts ever awarded in the world, and certainly in this country. And we are very privileged to be executing this part of the project in this country. We are founded on a couple of principles, and we call ourselves, we see ourselves having a role in revitalizing the railway sector in South Africa. Obviously, with the large size of our contract, we are quite able to do this. We have a long contract that allows us to go deep on everything we do, invest in capacity, invest in skills, etc. Some pillars that I want to point out, you've seen on the video, our factory in Toronto, which is on the east of Johannesburg. We employ in that factory about 1,300 people. We started production around 2018, and we're already reaching our 200th train by the end of this year. So we're quite confident that with the capability we have, we'll be able to achieve the contract. We have youth employment of about 80%, which means about 30. Everyone there is largely less than 35 years old. We try to have a 50-50 balance between male and female employees, and quite proud of that achievement as well. So by and large, we are a socio-economic vehicle as well in Gibela. We have a huge employment base, like I said, 1,300, but indirectly our contract has created nearly 10,000 employees. These contracts are quite significant, and I think they're quite an ambitious model, and we are very grateful to Praza to have given us this opportunity, because it's seen through already through COVID that when many employers were unable to sustain jobs, Gibela was continuing to accelerate and ramp up, largely because the obligations never changed, but because we have such a long contract, we're able to do far better ourselves and our partners and our suppliers. And so we've weathered the storm of COVID. We are still obviously challenged now by the war, but these are significant contracts, and I hope the model is applied in many other areas. The second part of our strength is our commitment to local content. Our contract seeks to achieve a minimum 65% localization. This allows us to basically change the landscape of rail. After nearly 40 years of this country not having many investments in rail, we are able to really invest in suppliers here. We've got more than 100 suppliers, about 120 that we have supplying our direct scope. We've been able to bring large multinational OEMs as well to come to the country and also grow others in this country. It's also because of the size of the contracts we're able to award these contracts that we can invest so much. We've spent on enterprise development more than R500 million directly by employing departments that help suppliers to improve their quality, their engineering expertise, their supply chains, etc. This is the capability of Gibela. So not only do we think we are an expert in what we call building of trains, but we think economically we're able to do things that have been, I think, a blueprint for the government of South Africa for some time, and here we materialize it. On skills, we have a commitment to train 19,500 people, which we are well on our way to achieving as well. And we are very proud of that. I think we're already on about 4,000. And even though we're 1/3 of execution of the first of our contracts, we do not see a problem in obviously engaging this part of the contract obligation. We spend massively on skills related to rail, but generally we spend on black companies to make sure they succeed and grow. Our local engineering team has the capability to produce and design trains. We have 4 trains we'll build as part of this contract, and we have nearly 50 people in our design office that do this kind of work on a daily basis, not only to work on our trains, but to assist other OEMs when they need design capability. We've trained our staff on maintenance, engineering, everywhere across the world, so we are very proud of the expertise we've brought to the market in terms of rail expertise. Our strength also is, as I've mentioned, enterprise and supply development. Here we have a fund that funds small suppliers they want to develop in this area. A revolving 125 million that we spend continuously, and we recruit suppliers every year since we started in 2014 on this contract. We've spent, like I've mentioned, nearly 500 million on quality and technical support of many companies that we work with, and we're going to accelerate this as we go forward and with our ramp-up plans. Another point I wanted to mention, obviously the aspect of economic growth is important, but it is also about the product that we make. These trains you see, that has been seen on the screen, was an idea not from us, and we should take the credit, but from the government of South Africa and PRASA. The trains are modern, they are efficient, they are the latest technology. They bring dignity to our people in South Africa. Instead of people being in trains that are not air-conditioned, that are not safe, and them hanging on top of the roof, this will no longer happen as a genius of PRASA, to be honest. That we're able to bring technology that brings people dignity, air-conditioned, panoramic trains that are safe for use, and that anyone here will be proud to call it their train. The trains run up to 120 kilometers per hour. As you've seen there, they're quite modern. To make sure the trains remain current, we also have a second contract, as I've mentioned, called the TSSA. This contract will allow the trains to remain new for the next 90 years. So in everywhere where PRASA is, you will find Gibela next to them for the next 90 years. All refurbishment, all spares issued for free by PRASA to ensure even overhauls are done for free to support PRASA to run the trains efficiently. So when they say, as you can see on the PRASA logo, step into the future, we are partnering with PRASA to make sure that this is achieved in a very efficient manner using the leverage of Gibela. Our milestones, we started in 2014, April 26, when the contract became effective. We've gone through a lot in a very short period of time. October this month marks our 10th year of being alive in South Africa. Although we are young, but we've done a lot. As you can see there, we've got a few milestones from the 2014. Our first train started operations in 2018, is when we inaugurated the plant. In 2017, we took our first train for revenue services in Pretoria. We continue now, have rolled out these trains across Cape Town, KZN, Johannesburg, and now they are here in Braamfontein as well. We launched the factory with the Honorable President Ramaphosa in 2018, around exactly this day actually. It was the 25th of October 2018 that we launched the factory, so it's another milestone to be here today. And since then, as I've mentioned, we've grown up to 200 trains that we're very proud to have achieved. Of late, in 2021, we continue to evolve, and we implemented a new business of traction motors. So if anyone needs traction motors, we also have a components division that produces in South Africa the biggest traction motors anywhere that you can find for rail. We continue with our evolution in investing in technology and green space to decarbonize the plant. So not only should the train be efficient, but how we make the trains should be completely carbon free as well. Our ramp-up, the second last slide, as I've mentioned, has been quite impressive. Currently, we are at Gibela, a South African company based here, the highest production factory in the world at 54 trains. We will be unmatched if we can achieve our next objective of doing 64 trains by March next year. We've already achieved more than 36 trains so this year, and we are on track to achieving this. And then in it will at least be sealed that the record of 62 trains was achievable. Because when we took the contract, there were many people that said perhaps it can't be done. So we're very proud of the South African partners and the suppliers we have who've come together to achieve this. So not only do we do trains, but we haven't forgotten our obligations on economic development, social enterprise, etc. So I hope everyone here takes pride in knowing that we've built a South African company that is of world international standards. Thank you very much.